Hey there, fellow marketers. Professor Wolters here, and today we're going to talk about the brand promise. Now, we've already talked about the brand vision, the overall kind of strategy we have for our brands, but now we're looking at the little tactical things we have to do, those promises we have to deliver, the tangible evidence of what our brand really is. If you think about it, a brand in itself is just a set of promises. You know, what's the promise when you buy a Coca-Cola? You know you get the promise it's gonna be in that curvy bottle, right? And you know that it's gonna be cold when you get it. You know it's gonna have that burn in the back of your throat, that certain flavor you're gonna have. And it doesn't matter if you're here in Aruba, or if you're in Istanbul, if you're in China, or if you're in the US, it delivers on those promises again and again and again. And so when you think about it, that brand promise is kind of conveyed by what they taste, what they smell, what they touch, what they experience with your brand, okay? And the thing is, we do this in order to humanize our brand, because think about it, what brands do I talk about a lot in these videos? I talk about Delta Airlines, I talk about Culver's, I talk about Coke. Why is that? Because I feel like they're kind of my friends. Because think about it, your friends have delivered on a promise consistently over time. You have those friends that are always good for a good time, right? You're like, if I want a good time, I gotta call up my buddy Mike. If I wanna have a travel adventure, I call up my buddy Jeff for that. Because they delivered on Jeff with good trips and Mike with good times. Well, the brands, Culver's, they deliver that promise of a good tasty meal and a good tasty burger with friendliness and stuff like that. And over time you start to trust them and build better relationships. Because the basis of our brand is that core promise. What are we really delivering to our clients? And the thing is, that is kind of the essential component that we build around our brand. So with Coke, it's all about refreshment. Okay, so if our brand is about refreshment, what are all the parts that go around with that? Well, it depends who we're refreshing. For me, the Coke drinker, it is, you know, it's going to be cold, so our distribution's got to be good, right? We got to make sure we're putting those vending machines out there. We're putting those refrigerators in the grocery stores. We have that. But if we're also someone that's investing in them, that might mean, a good stock price or a dividend or something like that. We're really delivering on that core promise of refreshment. Because if you think about it, a brand promise might be about delivering certain kind of results. You know, IBM forever. There was a saying, you didn't get fired for buying IBM because IBM was the best. So hey, we know we have a promise of getting a certain level of results. Kind of like if you think about experiences, a certain kind of experience. Disney World, you know the kind of experience you're gonna get when you go there. Yes, it's gonna be pricey, but it's gonna be family friendly. You're gonna make memories. You're gonna see characters you've seen before. You're gonna have that, oh, I see Mickey moment. You have those things there. And that's really what you wanna think about, is what are those promises we need to deliver to really reinforce what our brand is and to humanize our brand in the eyes of our consumers so they can identify with it and build relationships with it and things like that. And the thing is when you're looking at your brand promise, it just really helps you put crystal clear what your brand stands for. You really lay it out there. Hey, if we are a family-friendly place, what are those tangible promises we're gonna deliver? Clean bathrooms, clean restaurant, friendly people. The music's always gonna be, you know, PG or G rated, these kind of things, all right? So I hope this helps you understand better what a brand promise is, and it is different than a brand vision. Brand vision, overall strategy. Brand promises are these little tactical things we do to make sure, or tangible things we do to make sure people understand what our brand stands for, and they can see it, taste it, touch it, smell it, feel it, experience it, so they know that our brand is really a person too that they can identify with, so they become a Coke man or a Delta flyer or a Bud man or whatever, all right? So I wish you all the best. I hope you have a great time studying, and I'll say bye from here in Aruba.